Greetings, citizens. Justiguy arrived and returned to the 100-line Last Defense Academy, where, unfortunately, our alliance meeting ended on a slightly sour note because of that. But we'll see what happens. Let's go. Ding dong bing bong, perhaps ding and bong, ding bong bing bong. It had been 4 days since the game started, and I had gotten used to fighting outside the academy. I would wander around town quietly in search of invaders and strike them down using as little energy as possible. We're gonna have our little, yep, detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. Yes, take their lives. Detach yourself. It's just work. Okay. We can't have a crisis about this now. About killing them now. That's silly. Nice. Seems like I'm in pretty good form today. I doubted I would end up in last place in the first round if I kept this up. But ensuring my survival alone wasn't enough to put me at ease. The ultimate goal of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance was to put an end to this game by killing the sponsor. But what was the sponsor hoping to achieve by making us do this? I couldn't get that one thought out of my mind as I cut down one invader after another. In a way, the sponsor and C-Ray were similar. Okay, why are you bringing this up? Both were trying to make us fight against invaders. Yeah, see, that's why you can't really call this a killing game. Except C-Ray never ordered us to fight outside the academy. He always insisted we fought on the academy grounds. On the other hand, the rules laid down by the sponsor basically forbade us from doing so. They were designed to make us fight outside. Why was the sponsor so determined to make us fight out here? I mean, it would make it really easy for a commander to just walk right in and wreck the place. Did they not want us using the Revive-O-Matic? I mean, that would also contribute. Dying outside meant our dead bodies couldn't be revived. Was that the sponsor's objective, to ensure that anyone who died would stay dead? Hey, Takumi, when did your hands go on vacation? I was jolted back to reality by Yugamo's teasing. Oh. Sorry, just thinking about something. Dangerous to think and kill at the same time, Daddy. There's a fine line between familiarity and carelessness. Keep your mind on the hunt for now. Don't forget that Hiroko warned you last night about getting killed. You're right. Sorry about that, bruh. I refocused my mind on the task at hand. With my sword in hand and my mind clear, I resumed the work of hunting down invaders. Yugamo and I spent the better part of that morning killing together. Ooh, is that a euphemism for something? I ain't liking the new model, by the way. How you like it? Neat? We returned to the academy a little past noon and immediately made our way to the leisure lounge. Well, we dropped a bit. I mean, Choma's kind of fucked, though, because his whole thing is antithetical to hunting. Like, unless he turns on his counter, he's kind of screwed. I'm going to assume Takemaru is so low because he's babysitting. That sounds rude to say, but...
I'm in 4th place, and Yugamu's in...
Look for Tsubasa! Look at her! Our positions had slipped from the first day, but we're still within the top bracket. Since it was already the 4th day, it was unlikely we would tumble all the way down to the bottom this round unless something catastrophic happened, like a commander.
Shoma's currently in last place.
I had told myself not to look at the other positions, but my eyes naturally drifted to the last spot. Speaking of leaderboard positions...
Tsubasa's is surprisingly high.
Hell yeah, that's our girl. She was clearly holding her teammates back yesterday. You don't have to mind me. Go on and get more points for yourselves. Tsubasa, you promised not to say that anymore. Looking out for one another is what teammates do. No wrestler worth their salt abandons their tag partners to get ahead in the match. He's likely benefiting from the points sharing system. The what? What point sharing system? What? You haven't noticed? There's a way to earn points in this game without killing. Wait, what? Yugamu took out a notepad and started drawing some sort of diagram on it. Let's say, for example, a 10-point enemy appears in front of you. you kill that enemy by yourself, you gain 10 whole points.
Oh.
But if I help you in the fight, I gain a percentage of those 10 points.
Ah.
Could be a 50-50 or 80-20 split, depending on the situation. It all hinges on how much each person contributed to the fight. Simply joining the fight earns you at least 10% of the points. Tsubasa's Himo Anima is very versatile, so I'm sure she's earning points by supporting the others. So every member of the team gets some credit as long as they work together, like in sports. Oh my god. Is this one of those situations where, kind of like I was wondering at first, if everyone worked together? This is a fucking, what was it? Is it Saw? This is fucking Saw 5. Saw 5, right? It's not 4. Either 5 or 6. Strange but fitting comparison. Weaker players earn points by focusing their efforts on supporting others. I didn't finish my thought. Basically, if the original goal of the sponsor was to make all of them work together, sorry, I'm spoiling the twist of one of the Saw movies. Sorry. But if the sponsor's goal was that, if everyone, because you could then work it so that you'd have to really work hard, but you could theoretically make it so it's just a constant draw, right? Anyway. Stronger players gain support by offering to share points with those who do. This game may not be about pure combat prowess, how well we work together. We're being tested on teamwork in a killing game? A killing game usually pits participants against each other, but the rules for this one clearly lent itself to fostering teamwork. Okay, so they're addressing that. Had this been implemented to adjust the difficulty of the game to our level, or did the sponsor have some ulterior motive? I returned to my room. I'm unable. I guess the fact that they still killed Kurata does kind of. I mean, it still could be a Saw. Returned to my room, unable to quash the indescribable wave of nausea threatening to bowl me over. Bum bum bum. What should I do this afternoon? I was in my room trying to figure out what I should do in the time before I had my nightly meeting. My role in the anti-sponsor alliance was to find out the identity of the sponsor, but I mean, go fucking talk to them. I felt like I needed clear direction. Like, where was I supposed to even start? If only I had a hint of sorts. I suppose I'll have to ask around. Asking around for info would be the best way to find clues that might shed some light. Asking around, yes. That's what I'll be doing today. The others would surely be shocked to see the most unpopular guy in school right now approaching them out of the blue. But I can't just hole up in my room all day without at least trying something. I steeled myself before dashing out of the room. Wait, I saw you. What's up, Tsubasa? Takumi. Tsubasa lowered her eyes awkwardly when I called out to her. Sorry for abandoning you the other day. Did everything turn out all right after that? Yeah, I managed to walk away with my life somehow. Yugamu and I are a team now. Just glad you're safe. I don't want to see any more of my friends dying. That means Shoma's in trouble for the first round, huh? Why? He's not taking part in the game at all. Ooh. Takemaru's been pulling out all the stops to invite him, but he refuses to even leave his room. I see. Shoma is probably going to be the first to die if things continue like this. We could save him if we took down the sponsor before that happened. Tsubasa, do you happen to know anything about the sponsor? I'm trying to find out their true identity. Okay. You could have been a little subtle, like, my god. Dude. That's a question I'd like to answer myself. Why do they show up and make us take part in this killing game? None of it makes any sense. That's it? Also, that's a new sound from her, I think. Sorry to bother you. I mean... I feel so bad for Ava right now. I mean, then again, I always kind of feel bad. You always gotta feel bad for her to some degree, but... Ava was in her cell, looking as dejected as I had left her. She was clearly still aghast at not being able to get her mask back. I guess I just wish that, like... I didn't know you could do this. Wow. No, hold on. Is there a way to... Is there anything in here I've never looked at before? it's just the monitors. Wow, look at that. Anyway, the fact that it was like, ha ha ha, is like you're looking at me naked, ha ha ha. Like, that's the type of humor these games go with. I get it, but like, I don't know. That kind of lessens the whole, it's their culture or it's taboo, that kind of thing. I don't know, whatever. You don't have to speak to me as if we were friends. I will never, ever forgive you for sending Lady Tokurara to her Disney. Bro, what are you talking about? Get it. Like, calm down, Kyoshika. I'm sorry, but Kyoshika's still very angry about what happened, so... I knew I wasn't popular, but actually having such vitriol spewed directly in my face was a sobering experience. Well, that sucked. Takemaru, please be like Tsubasa and be more cordial. Hey, Takemaru, can I have a minute? I'm gathering information about the sponsor right now, and oh no. Sorry, man, I ain't got nothing to say to you. You're just bad luck these days. Everything you touch turns... Why? Bad luck, huh? Just part of being the school jinx, I guess. I mean, if anyone would really believe in bad luck, I guess it could be Takemaru, but come on, he's my bro. If about the sponsor's identity, oh my, are you investigating that too? Too, as in, you're also looking into this? You bet, I even tried to film a day in the life documentary of the sponsor some time ago. Day in the life? First, I made a camera with the Gift-O-Matic, then I tailed the sponsor. Jesus Christ, at least someone's being productive. For 24 hours, that way, if they ever revealed their face during that time, we'd catch it on film, right? And did you? Oh, I wish. They cling to that spacesuit like it was the championship belt itself. How is it possible to carry out any sort of daily routine with that suit? And what the hell are they doing? What about food? Oh, the sponsor don't eat. Doesn't eat? Yeah, I never saw them eat or sleep even once. Just kept buzzing out orders to the bee underlings day in, day out. The sponsor could stay active for 24 hours without any food or sleep. It sounded unbelievable to me, but Moko wasn't the type to tell tall tales. That does reach back to the C-Raid comparison. We're dealing with a real main-event headliner here. Better be ready for a Royal Rumble if you're trying to unveil their real identity. Hey, thank you, Moko. Thank you. Well, get this out of the way, or over with. You're the last one, right?
This is Blitz!
Whoa, how? This isn't even a good killing game.
It is I, darumi, and I'm shouting because this is the happiest I've ever been. Killing game, check.
Justiguy lapdog. Check. Killing and killing and killing every day and night. Check, check, and check. I'm Mr. Justiguy's loyal lapdog in a killing game. What else does a person need to be happy in life? I was thinking about how I'm gonna wring the innards out of those invaders tomorrow. Releases so many endorphins in my brain, it might just flash out from sheer play. You didn't even need a killing game to do that. Takumi was enjoying the current situation with every fiber of her being. I still couldn't understand why Hideko would team up with someone like that. I mean, it's gotta be to keep her distracted, right? Okay, I've collected quite a bit of info. Have you? I feel like okay, yeah, the real deal was getting a read on how everyone felt. All right, but I think Moko was the only one who really helped. Yeah, I'd learned a lot and was glad I'd mustered up the courage to talk to everyone. After putting the information down in a notebook, I was prepared for the nightly meeting. For the Anti-Sponsor Alliance, the bedtime announcement was now a call to action instead of a reminder to rest. A sign for us to gather and report on the day's findings. So we know it's highly possible the sponsor doesn't eat or sleep. It still manages to be so powerful? I mean, are they powerful? Like, the bees are what's powerful. They just control them. Like, they're kind of screwed if we just put a good bug spray together. They might be invulnerable, but that's not necessarily strength if they can't do anything to us besides not get hurt by us. We should just quit sponsoring killing games and go make a killing in the business world instead. Who wouldn't be impressed by a corporate soldier who can work all day and all night? This is neither the time nor place to be joking around. It's precisely the time and place to be funny. Morbid humor is the best way to deal with morbid situations. That's just how strong the enemy we're up against is, right, Hideko? The sponsor person is an enigma. Stays active for 24 hours without any sort of nutritional replenishment. Are we dealing with a robot? We can't rule out that possibility, considering what little we know of their identity. Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your own. Oh, I literally, Boko did all the work. You might be better off teaming up with her, I'm gonna be frank. Thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? Was that a joke? It must be. Your entire existence is one. This must be how she flirts with quote-unquote her Takumi, because ever since she came out and told us she's decided that we are the real us, she's been very this. Well, aren't you something yourself? Allow me to share my additional findings on the bee's anatomy next. I got down to business today by dismembering the bee to its smallest parts. Some interesting truths were uncovered as a result. Despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardiness to match. The joints snap out of place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort as well. How the fuck could it have lifted? I mean, I get she was tiny, but surely her struggling would have snapped. Oh, whatever. It's as fragile as life itself. But it can't be so. Yeah, thank you, Takumi. It can't be so weak. These bees killed Kurata like it was nothing. Their bodies were likely enhanced by some supernatural means when they were. Of course. Supernatural. In other words, hemoanima. The ability to move around without needing to eat or rest. Hemoanima enhanced bees. The more we tried to pry into the sponsor's business, the more of their uncanny strengths we seemed to discover. But none of these proved that the sponsor themselves was impossible to defeat. In fact, I think it's the opposite. We could just find a way to get them out of that dang invincibility suit. Last but not least, let's hear what Hideko has to tell us. Did you find the spare suit we talked about? Yes, I pinpointed the location yesterday. If all goes well, I should be able to get my hands on the suit by tomorrow. Really? I honestly wasn't expecting to find it so soon either. Once we actually have it, uncovering a weakness or two should be trivial work. Unfortunately for the sponsor, the invader hunt is about to draw to a premature close. An end to this abominable invader hunt seemed like a dream, but Hideko seemed confident the odds were ever in our favor. Anything we could do to help you secure the spare suit? Quite a lot. In fact, I'd venture to say I couldn't possibly recover the suit without your help. You need to watch Darumi for me, is that it, right? The suit is located somewhere to the south of the campus. Actually, getting the suit is going to be the easy part. The thing is, if the bees flapping around find out what we're doing, all our efforts will go down the drain. I mean, they haven't seemed to care much so far. Because then the sponsor would realize what we're up to. That's why we are going to That's why we're going to need a little bit of creative prep work to hoodwink those roaming bees. With that preface, Hideko shared with us a brief outline of her plan. Our operation commences at 7 a.m. tomorrow. In order for the viewer to be surprised as well, they will have to see it as it happens. The three of us here, plus Darumi, will head south in the direction of town. Uh-oh, she's gonna fuck it up. She's gonna fuck it up. Once we're somewhere in the vicinity of this area, we'll start hunting down invaders. As we do, we'll destroy the ruins around there in the flashiest way possible, kicking up as much dust and ash as we can. I'll use the sudden drop in visibility as camouflage to discreetly move to the place with the spare suit without being discovered by the bees, and then you'll have to somehow... I guess we're just going to hand-wave how she gets it back. We'll meet up once I find the suit, and rush back to school to examine it until we can discover its weakness. After we ascertain a way to destroy the invisibility suit, it's showdown time with the sponsor. Hiko's plan was simple but bold. She would absolutely end everything tomorrow if circumstances allowed, both the invader hunt and the sponsor themselves. Well, this is absolutely obviously going to go off without a hitch. Will you help me, Takumi, Yugamu? An earnest plea for help from Hideko. Oh, look at that. Without her usual bombs, was a straight yes from me. Oh, I nodded vigorously. Of course I'll help. Let's get that suit and bring down the sponsor to get... I'm against this plan. I won't be joining it. But what's gotten into you, Yugamu? Is there something wrong with the plan? Nothing wrong with the plan per se. What's wrong is one of the participants. Hideko, why are you letting Darumi join the operation tomorrow? You've been insisting all this time she's nothing but your in-game partner and not a member of the anti-sponsor alliance. She's very strong. She'll be useful in combat. That's nice, but what guarantee is there she won't turn around and slit our throats after learning of the plan? She lives and breathes killing games, even shitty ones like this. I can already picture her lunging at us in unrestrained anger when she finds out we're trying to put a stop to her beloved game. You're overthinking this. She'll be too engrossed in the game to even notice what we're doing. That's my point, see? It's counterproductive to let someone so engrossed with killing games into our confidence. I disagree. I'm bringing her along tomorrow by hook or by crook. I have my reasons. Such as? The discussion was leading nowhere. Neither Hideko nor Gamu seem to be willing to compromise. Are we about to have to choose between them? Tomorrow's operation would be aborted if we didn't find a way to break the stalemate. I had to do something. I'm afraid I do have to take Yugamu's side this time, Hideko. We're putting our lives on the line tomorrow. Yet at the same time, you're trying to involve someone outside of the alliance. You can't blame us for feeling hesitant. Even you think so. She averted her eyes and bit her lips. Fine, I won't ask for your help. Oh god. I'll get this suit myself. Hold on, I'm not finding fault with you or anything. I reached out quickly and grabbed Hideko's hand before she could leave the room. We understand you have secrets you can't fully share with us, and we know you have your reasons. Can't you at least tell us something? It has to be something out of the ordinary, right? You're not the type to insist on doing things your way for mere selfish reasons, unless that's exactly what she's doing. And how are you so sure I'm not? Because you trusted me, so I trust you too. It was Hideko who trusted me and brought me out when everyone else was shunning. Actually, no, that was Yugamu. If she needed help, I wanted to do everything in my power to help her. Quietly pleaded with Hideko while intensely staring at her in the eyes, praying hard that she would trust and lean on me. And then... It was a sigh of resignation. The trouble with your generic face is how it completely disarms me when you're spouting the occasional hero-like rhetoric. Very well, you will have full explanation of why I must bring Darumi along. Really? Yes, but not here, outside. I'll be waiting for you on the roof. I'm alone. With that, she exited the room, but wanting to meet with you alone wouldn't you? Oh, for the love of murder. I'm the outcast now, eh? I don't mind. Go ahead, Takumi. I'll be right here, keeping your bed warm for you until you return. Yeah, thanks. Oh, that's just rolling right off now. Yeah, thanks. I'll be right back after I hear what she has to say. Also, don't touch my bed. Never mind. No promises. Please promise. But I'm guessing Yugamu was like, all right, if she can convince Takumi, if Takumi was just on my side, I'll go along with it. I'm assuming that's where his head's at. I left Yugamu behind in my room and went out to the roof where we could be overheard by anyone. I mean, fuck, even in a room, someone could be hiding under the bed. So, oh, Hideko. I didn't see Hideko on the roof, even though she said she'd be waiting for me there. Unless she went back to her room. Over here, Takumi. Oh. I turned toward the direction of the voice and saw Hideko seated on the ledge. Here's my screenshot. There we go. She looks very somber. She was staring intently at something. I followed her gaze and... Are we actually gonna hear about how her whole battles... Ah, fuck. Wait. Oh, shit. Was it right in front of me the whole time? Her whole bit about how she knew stuff at the very beginning of the very original route. What if I'm completely wrong? And it's not even... What if she traveled back in time actually here? On the original route? And then that would explain maybe why she was so initially closed off and why she felt she needed to wait until she was sure she could trust Takumi and Eito. Also could explain that Eito never betrayed her in any of her timelines. Maybe? There's a lot to think about here. All right, let's keep going.
Do you long to see the people living there again?
Her question was sudden and unexpected.
Of course I do. That's what I'm fighting so hard for.
Takumi, no, it's not. It's for Nozomi. I mean, yeah, too.
Yes, you would be right. We're all fighting here because there are people we want to see again.
person I want to see again is you.
We'll be able to go back to them after this war ends. That's what motivates us to keep going. In other words,
Oh, did she not have
that's
anyone
why
there
we're
in her
so
programming or whatever?
determined not to die here. However, darumi has none of that.
Oh, right,
She's
duh.
nowhere to return to.
Nowhere? Surely she has family who can take her in.
Not all families are worth going back to. Not that I expect you to understand.
She was right. I didn't understand. How could I? It was my cherished dream to be surrounded by my parents' Karo at the dinner table again someday.
Takumi, do you know why Darumi is so enamored with killing games?
No?
It's very simple. She grew up in an environment that was like a killing game in itself. If she'd let her guard down, even for a brief moment, she'd be abused by her parents or teachers.
I feel like... I don't know.
Punishment awaited her at every turn for no reason other than the adults in her life having a bad day. None of the grown-ups who were supposed to be looking out for her reached out to help in her time of need. You see? Just like a killing game, right?
But... Alright, keep going. I had an inkling Darumi may not have come from the best family environments, but I had no idea it was that bad. That surprise, leashing off someone else without ever giving anything back and abusing them on top of that sounds like my scumbag brother. Right, just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. Dad goes to see the horse races on Sunday afternoons and beats me when he loses his bet. She wasn't kidding about
And
that.
when you go through life living like that, you can't help but wonder, why only me?
Yeah. That's understandable.
I'm still waiting for the link from all of that, which we kind of suspected, to therefore I love killing games.
Why am I the only one suffering like this? Why can't everyone suffer together with me? Young and old, male and female.
So it's vengeance? Not, or not
We should
vengeance, like
all
it's
suffer together.
a lack. It's like the only way she could comprehend it is if it was equal out. Like she couldn't accept the world. I mean, I don't know.
Use up our lives, our very existences, to entertain ourselves through misery.
Not to get too meta, this feels like they came up with the character first and decided after the fact, okay, how do we justify it, you know?
That's why she loves her killing game so much. It's the closest thing to her ideal world she can find.
So she was being dead serious when she talked about wanting to start a killing game.
Dead and buried 6 feet underground. She would have given her life for it.
So it's not really about the killing, the whole killing game. It's the more she that's just the word for it she's using for... How to phrase this? For equalizing things. So in a so-called killing game, she would... everyone would be on the same shitty terms, and it wouldn't just be her for no reason with no one to save her. It's everyone for themselves. I guess I can kind of get that. And then since clearly she grew up reading all kinds of crazy shit, you know. What sort of mentality could drive a person to be this desperate for a killing game to begin?
Her wish to see the whole world turn into a killing game was never going to come true under normal circumstances.
Also, when the hell did you find all this out? Was it in your time loops, which I'm now wondering has been more than I thought, like, or you just, I mean, they all do clearly hang out with each other when we're not around, which I appreciate. So maybe that's it. I don't know.
But as fate decreed, that wish somehow actually did come true.
When the sponsor showed up, the sponsor of the killing game suddenly appeared in midair one day. Well, that would lean into it's Darumi from the future. Darumi must have felt like her childhood dream was finally coming true. Oh, I'm being paid. So as I was saying, Darumi must have felt like her childhood dream was finally becoming true. Coming true.
She's on cloud 9 right now, and she intends to die in it, after playing to her heart's content.
Die? Even though her dream finally came true.
Exactly. Now that her dream has come true, she has...
So is the idea that
nothing
she's
to
worried
live for
about her?
anymore.
She didn't look like someone who wanted to die, though. The few times I've seen her outside the academy.
In fact, you guys were slaughtering the school invaders together quite enthusiastically. Someone who fought with such wanton abandon in a situation where there was no coming back from death couldn't exactly be mentally sound, now could they? She was right. Someone with normal sensitivities would be a lot more cautious about this.
Without me keeping a close eye on her, she'll be running headlong into the largest group of invaders she can find. If I don't keep forcing her to return together, she'll keep on fighting, even past her limits.
Okay, but why? The phrase "killing game," yeah, the idea that it was a killing game, quote unquote, that is what triggered this. Is like she could have done this at any time if she just wanted to go out in a blaze of glory.
Even after returning, she always wants to go right back out to continue the hunt. It's not easy for me to keep pulling her back. She's basically committing slow suicide. I can't take my eyes off her for a minute.
Is that why you're so insistent on bringing her along for tomorrow's operation?
I just don't want to leave her alone to her own devices. A short while's fine, but I get the feeling we may be taking a while tomorrow. I have to take her along. If I don't want to come back to a dead Darumi, this whole plan would be pointless if even one person dies.
I was completely dumbfounded. Hiruko was serious about saving everybody's lives, but then again, Hiruko had always been like that, even last time. My primary goal here is to win the war. There is nothing I want to do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. She would ensure no one got left behind by snatching them from the jaws of death, even if that meant taking their pace. Her tenacity in this aspect had saved me and was now saving Darumi. My body trembled involuntarily when I realized the depth of Hiruko's determination. I had to admit it. She was the real hero here. I feel bad for Darumi, but this game needs to end. The sooner the better. She's never going to come to her senses unless she first wakes up from this sham of a dream. Begging you here, Takumi. Help me tomorrow. Yeah, of course. How could I possibly turn down a request from this awesome hero standing before me? I'll convince Yugamu to help as well. I can't believe he'll turn us down after I explain the situation to him. But 4 of us will rampage through the town together tomorrow and put an end to the invader hunt. We both stretched out a hand spontaneously and exchanged a firm and solemn handshake. The only thing going through my mind at that time was what I could do to protect Hiruko's kind-hearted resolve. We would work together to defeat the sponsor and then... Let's all get to the best day 100 together. I mean, that's not happening, but... And if she's a time traveler, she already knows that. And if she's not only that, a time traveler has had multiple loops of this, she definitely probably knows this is bullshit, but she's not giving up, so good for her. Anyway, why was Takumi too naive? We'll find out next time, citizens, because I'm afraid for now this is going to have to be farewell.